YouTube. What is up? James MTG Biggie here, and as you can see, we're here at work doing another Sunday video from my job. I thought I would take this opportunity to give a bit of an update for the channel, an update for where I'm at with Magic, an update for things to look forward to going forward, and some more explanation as far as why the content has been so sporadic as of late. First and foremost, I believe I mentioned in my last video right before Dominaria came out, I've been sick. I had the flu like a couple months back. I had 3 weeks of no flu, and then I caught it again like 3 weeks later. That kept me out from doing a lot more of the content that I wanted to, and a lot of the videos I wanted to make about Dominaria Standard, about Modern, and about just Magic in general and stuff like that. That being said, in addition to that, I've been very busy at my place of work. I'm not at this exact moment, however, it's been hectic. I've been booking appointments out a couple weeks in advance and trying to catch up and keep up with all of my clientele here and all the tattoos that I have to do going forward. So balancing that plus being sick while I'm at home has made it very hard to make content. Additionally, I did take a weekend off last weekend to go play in the Star City Games Atlanta Team Open, and my team didn't do so great. The old 0-3 drop bracket just had kind of some bad beats and a rough go of it. However, I had a lot of fun, played a lot of Magic over the weekend, so it was a blast, definitely worth it. And actually, right before we left for Atlanta, which is about a 7-hour ride, from then until I got back from Atlanta, a couple days ahead of time, I had this actual growth pop up on my chest. I know this is a little bit gross and graphic or whatever, but I had an abscess on my chest that I had to go and have surgically cut out of me. So in addition to traveling to Atlanta, I've been in pain a lot over the last week or so. I had it cut out. I'm stitched up. I have to take care of it and maintain it, and I have to visit the doctor again next week, and then the week after to have stitches removed and all that sort of stuff. So all of that compiled on top of each other has been a pretty good recipe for not making a ton of content, which I apologize for. I want to make as many videos as possible for my channel and for you guys and have as much conversation going forward as I can. Another thing I would like to note is that some of the content I would like to bring to you guys is Magic Online gameplay and Arena gameplay as well. As far as that goes, it's hard because I maintain a paper Magic collection and play Magic in real life, face-to-face, as much as possible, which isn't a ton lately, but it's still expensive. Maintaining a paper collection, going out to play Magic, obviously, as you know, costs a lot of money. In addition to that, Magic Online costs quite a bit of money. So it's difficult to balance out and justify both of them. The trouble being that if I'm spending money traveling, going to tournaments, playing locally, stuff like that, maintaining my collection, there's less money to put toward Magic Online, and I don't have a startup for Magic Online. I have no collection at all outside of some of the starter junk that they give you that's not worth anything, nor is it playable in any sort of format. So that's why you won't see a ton of gameplay here at the moment. Which brings me to my next topic I wanted to bring up as far as that is concerned, and that is a Patreon. Now, I've been on the fence about the whole Patreon thing. I don't really care for the idea of it, or I didn't originally, but it seems to be the way that a lot of content creators in the Magic the Gathering community especially afford themselves the opportunity to improve their content, to make their channel better, and to justify taking the time that they're spending on their video content and really backing it with a lot of their personal time and taking time away from other aspects of their lives in general. I don't have a ton of time to do the YouTube thing on top of what I already do and what I plan on doing regularly. I try to keep the uploads frequent and of a certain amount of quality, although most of them are just me sitting and talking in front of a camera or with screen capture on my computer. But having gameplay is something, like from Magic Online, is something I feel like could be a huge benefit for my channel and for all of you guys. I have constant people in the comment sections down below when I do deck techs asking me to take these decks onto Magic Online and to play them on Magic Online. And the way I could put money toward Magic Online and build a collection to use for my channel is to actually open up and start a Patreon page. It's not something that I'm 100% committed to doing at this point, but I just wanted to put it out there and ask all of you guys whether or not it would be something you would be interested in donating toward monthly, so I can maintain a Magic Online collection in addition to up the quality and frequency of some of my videos. And if it's something that, while you're interested in, if you feel it would be a good idea for this channel. I want this to be sort of a democracy. I don't want to open up a Patreon page where nobody's going to be interested in donating, nobody's going to actually partake in it, and it's just going to sit there and look kind of scummy and kind of scammy, because that's what I think people look at when they see a Patreon page that has no or very few donors and is not making a ton of money. Not to say I'm doing this to make a ton of money, but that's not really steady. It looks as if it's a sort of scam. It discourages people to donate. There are a lot of Patreon pages out there, and everybody in the world I know has priorities as far as their money is concerned, and there's dozens and dozens and dozens of other Magic the Gathering related pages out there and YouTube channels that have Patreons. So I want to make it worthwhile for my viewers and for my subscribers if interested, but I want the feedback first before I commit to it. Also, I don't want it to be something that you donate to without anything in return. So I would like to think of some different ways to reward people that patronize my Patreon, if I do make it, my hypothetical Patreon at this point. So what are some things that you guys would be interested in? I know a lot of content creators create custom tokens, which is something that I can do. Actually, being an artist, I have the ability to draw up or sketch up some maybe like tattoo related Magic the Gathering tokens that I can put together and maybe have printed and use as a reward incentive for the Patreon page. In addition to other merchandising, which I'm not terribly well versed in, but I do have a little bit of know-how in. I could design things. I do a fair amount of graphic design and stuff with Photoshop. So what are some things that you'd be interested in? Would you be interested in a Patreon if I were to set one up going forward? And any sort of criticisms, ideas, creativity, anything that you guys can bring to this video to give me feedback and let me know exactly how I should go forward. It all depends on what you guys think, in addition to how I decide to play it out. That being said, I thank you guys very much for sticking with me to this point. I'm going to try to make as much content going forward as I can, and certain quality of content, and talk more about Magic the Gathering. And whether or not that includes Magic Online gameplay will depend quite a bit on the Patreon. So let me know down below, and if it's something that enough people show interest in, I will absolutely start it up and get it going, and then we'll celebrate with a Magic Online stream probably, and then regular Magic Online content. Either way, guys, I appreciate it very, very much. If you haven't yet, please feel free to subscribe down below, or at the end of the video, there will be up on one of these corners a link that you can click with my face. That'll subscribe you to the channel. Please check out a couple of my other videos. I'll link a couple down here. And also, if you have not yet, it's very important with YouTube these days to click the little bell icon down below, and that just signs you up to be notified whenever I have a new video go up. You'll be the first to know, so you can check it out, give it a watch, let me know what you think, and comment down below on future videos. Either way, guys, thank you very much. Also, I will mention my Twitter account. Please feel free to give me a follow on Twitter if you have Twitter. It's a great way to communicate and reach out to me, and there's a ton of great Magic content creators there, so I encourage you all to check out Twitter and check out me personally and everybody else that creates really good content for Magic the Gathering on Twitter. My Twitter account is @MTGBiggie, just like this channel here. And that's about it, guys. I look forward to hearing from you, and I appreciate any and all of your feedback. Thank you.